Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
That was jingle bell, jingle. We are already like at the end of May and I'm already like jingle bell, jingle bell. That's gonna be difficult. Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Avatar The Last Airbender Season 3, Episode 5. I did not just watch the last episodes, but I just edited the last episode, the episode 4. When I'm saying just, it was really like this morning, like just 1 hour ago, I edited the episode 4, which was about Sokka and Iroh. And I saw myself being maybe too involved into this episode. I cannot hide that Iroh is my favorite character since episodes, since seasons. I think that you understood that. How much I'm connected with these characters, we are really finishing each other's sentences and how much I love him. And I knew that I was really also not in love, but really I love Sokka and I was proud of him and I was supporting him. And I didn't like when all of the group they were not nice with Sokka, saying that he was stupid, laughing at him and all. I was repeating again and again that no, he's not stupid, dumb. They were not laughing because of his jokes, they were laughing at him. Like, really, I did not appreciate that. So when during the last episode he thought that he was not worthy and all of what they found to do was to tell him that he was good reading map and that he was making good jokes. No, he's so much more than that. And I'm glad that he had a teacher, okay, to teach him how to use a sword, but also to tell him that he's clever, that he's a quick learner. What he said also, like creativity, intelligence, you know, when he had the sword like that, he said a lot of qualities, and really Sokka is a lot of qualities. He's loyal, he's brave, he's clever, he's making the strategic plan, he's also there for everyone, he's not letting anyone behind. I love Sokka a lot, and I was glad that during the last episode the other ones saw how brave Sokka is, and he had an episode entirely about him and he was proud of himself also at the end of it, like I'm proud of him since a long time. I'm glad, really, because I spent a lot of episodes saying to the others that's not great how you are treating Sokka, so I was glad and mad also at the beginning of the episode, you know, that they talked about it, the fact that he thought that he was not worthy, a little because of him, you know, a little because of them, you know, because of how they were treated him, and also because he felt like he was useless during combat because he didn't know, because he doesn't know how to bounce, you know, he's not water, earth or airbender. So yes, I really appreciated the last episode. And the moments with Iroh during the editing, you know, I lost myself a lot because I saw that during the 3 first little scenes, you know, that we had with Iroh, I cried like that. Really, it was a scene of 8 or 10 seconds, you know, it was really little ones. I was focused during the scene, I was really like focused on what was happening and all, and after that 2 or 3 seconds later, pew, tears, really, they were coming directly. It took me, yes, 3 scenes to see Iroh without crying. To see him in jail, that's really a lot for me, and he's treating really badly. And to see that he was not giving up, that he was training himself, that he was clever enough, you know, to fake the fact that he was going crazy because maybe he has a plan, maybe he's waiting for someone to save him, maybe the White Lotus guys or something like that. Really tears. Tears because he's in a bad position, but tears also because, you know, tears of joy is the fact that he's okay, he's more than okay, he's really a beast. Physically, right now, he's a beast. So, the two last episodes were about characters, you know. We had one about Katara, and we had one about Sokka, and a little about Iroh. So, I don't think that we're gonna have that again during this episode. I think that we're gonna come back to all of the narrative arcs, especially with Zuko. You know how I handled his decision at the end of the season 2? I still had hope for him to switch again, to understand that what he did was wrong and to be sorry that he betrayed his uncle like that, to save his uncle and all. But the episode when he visited his uncle in jail and talked to him like that and told him that yes, what is happening right now is not what he wants, but still he's gonna continue to chase the Avatar for killing him, for hiding a dirty secret about the fact that the Avatar is not dead, and you know, the fact that he didn't kill the Avatar since the beginning. I didn't lose hope on Zuko because I think that the evolution of this character since the beginning is so big, is so great, is so amazingly written that I can't give up on him. But I'm beginning to be annoyed by him not choosing the right side, you know, not realizing that what he's doing is wrong, not making the good choice. I'm really like Iroh right now. I don't know what Iroh or I, you know, as a viewer, can do, can say more than what Zuko already heard a lot. Iroh did his job as a mentor. He told him everything. He taught him everything. So now Zuko has to take this decision to choose the right path. I didn't give up on that, on Zuko choosing the right path, but while he's not doing it, episodes by episodes, I'm beginning to be annoyed by the fact that he's not doing it, and I'm beginning to be mad at him. You understand what I mean? I thought that, okay, we were gonna see him into that position, you know, in the Fire Nation and all during this season 3 for some episodes, but we're already at the episode 5 and I don't see any evolution on his attitude or on his decisions or on anything. That, see how I'm talking? It's beginning to bother me a lot. It's beginning to I'm mad. That's it, I'm beginning to be really mad at Zuko. I didn't give up on him, I still have hope, but I'm mad at you for taking so long, especially after visiting your uncle and seeing how badly he was treated. You know how much I value loyalty, so you can understand also how much I hate characters who are disloyal. And just right there, Zuko, I consider that you are disloyal because you betrayed Iroh and you are letting him in jail, because you are talking like that to him, because you don't remember at all everything that your uncle taught you. You are disloyal to Iroh in so many ways that I can't be anything else but mad at you. Maybe we're gonna have a change during this episode, I hope. Today I'm gonna try to watch 2 episodes. I'm gonna see if I have enough time or not, because I took an appointment, you know, to give my blood. No, I don't think that I ever said it in videos, you know, the fact that occasionally, you know, I'm trying to give my blood at least twice during the year, more if I can. I'm giving my blood, you know, because I can, because I'm not scared of it, because I'm in a good health and I can give my blood to people. So I'm doing it. I'm saying it to you now that I'm thinking about it. You know, I'm insisting on it because, you know, with the COVID and all, people are forgetting to give their blood, and at least in France we are missing blood. So it's always a good reminder, if you are in good health, if you have the time to do it, think about it, you can give your blood. So yes, I have an appointment in 2 hours, so I think that normally I have the time to watch 2 episodes. We'll see. Let's go for this episode 5. Again, quick reminder, I have a Patreon on which you have the reaction videos earlier, at least 1 week sooner, maybe more. I don't know right now the schedules. Check that on the description, and you have an extended reaction part or full reaction part, like it was the case for the 2 last episodes of the season 2, and for the first episode also of the season 3 I kept the full reaction part because I reacted a lot and that was really an interesting episode. Let's go for this one! I had the impression that I talked too much. No? Normal. 12 minutes? That's normal for me. Are you hearing them? The birds? The one who was visiting me a lot on my balcony is not coming anymore, but I think that he made some friends and are really just in front of my balcony, you know, on the tree in front of my balcony, and that's why I'm hearing them so well now. I don't think that you were the guy, you know, who attacked that village. I saw during the editing that I saw it, but no.
It's gonna be great to hang out on the beach and do nothing. Doing nothing is a waste of time. We're being sent away on a forced vacation.
You're going on a vacation with these 3?
Who are these 2 beautiful women?
Them? Zuko! How old are you?
I know, it's your tattoos I'm worried about.
Ah.
Avatar's alive! Send a messenger hawk to the Fire Lord.
Ah, the consequences of that for Zuko. And how can you know that he knows? Azula, really?
Could you scooch just a little bit more to the... Why would I want that? I saw it and thought it was pretty. Don't girls like stuff like this? Maybe stupid girls. So pretty.
Not as pretty as you are.
Oi, oi.
Here. Thanks. This is really refreshing.
Come on, May, he's trying.
See that girl with the silly pigtails? When she runs toward the ball, there's just the slightest hesitation of her left foot. Keep serving the ball to her left and we'll destroy her and the rest of her team.
Calm down. Just a game on the beach. You're taking all of that way too seriously.
For all time. You will never rise from the ashes of your shame and humiliation. I'm having a party tonight. You should come by.
No one can play anymore because of you.
Friend can come too. Ember Island gives everyone a clean slate. Ember Island reveals the true you.
Ah. What? Someone sent you. How would they know? We're glad for Zuko, but not really because now you know where Aang is.
You're a little early. That's a sharp outfit, Chan. Careful. You could puncture the hull of an Empire-class Fire Nation battleship because it's so sharp.
Oh, you're so bad at it.
Thanks. What do you think of him? I don't have any opinion about him. I hardly know him. You like him, don't you?
Oh, you're jealous. For no reason. Oh,
It doesn't matter who I met first. 'Cause
Kylie and the guys.
Those boys only like you because you make it so easy for them. You're not a challenge. You're a tease. It's not like they actually care who you are.
Don't talk like that to your friend.
I didn't mean what I said.
So why did you say
I
it?
said it because I was a little jealous. What?
What a surprise.
You're the most beautiful, smartest, perfect girl in the world.
Ah,
The reason when I meet boys,
she's good looking, she's clever. But the most?
But you If you want a boy to like you, just look at him and smile a lot and laugh at everything he says, even if it's not funny.
No,
Well, that sounds really shallow and stupid.
it is.
How do you like it in this party? I'm bored.
I know.
What a surprise!
Your arms look so strong.
Yeah, I know.
Why am I not feeling comfortable like...
You and I will be the strongest couple in the entire world.
Nah!
We will dominate the earth.
Always coming back to that.
Stop talking to my girlfriend. Relax. It's just a party.
Calm down.
You blow up over every little thing. You're so impatient and hot-headed and angry.
Yes.
You have no passion for anything. You're just a big blob.
It's over, Zuko.
I agree, but you shouldn't say that to your girlfriend if you truly have feelings for her.
That's it. You're out of here.
Even if I agree. But it's not the question. You're in a relationship, you love someone, you're not talking like that to that person. The arm! It was the arm of who? It's your dad. It's you. What? What is... I thought that it was just a tattoo, not at all. A fire bending by...
I thought I'd find you here. Hey,
Where's your new boyfriend?
Zuko! Whoa!
Are you cold?
the guy who blows things up with his mind. We can't.
Ow!
I'm trying to distract him.
What about the metal? Are you human?
I get the feeling he knows who we are.
But we don't know anything about him.
It's a painting of your family.
You think I care?
I think you do.
You don't know me.
Oh, Zuko!
I'm so pretty. Look at me. I can walk on my hands. Circus freak.
Yes, I'm a circus freak. Go ahead and laugh all you want. Growing up with 6 sisters who look exactly like me, it was like I didn't even have my own name. I was scared of spending the rest of my life as part of a matched set. At least I'm different now. Yes, that explains why you need 10 boyfriends, too. You couldn't get enough attention when you were a kid, so you're trying to make up for it now.
Can you stop to talk like that to her?
But even with all of that attention, your aura is this dingy, pasty, gray. I don't believe in auras.
You don't believe in anything. Instead of keeping all your feelings bottled up inside. She just called your aura dingy. Are you gonna take that?
What do you want from me? You want a teary confession? I was a rich only child who got anything I wanted. As long as I behaved and didn't speak unless spoken to.
Had a controlling mother who had certain expectations, and if you strayed from them, you were shut down. That's why you're afraid to care about anything, and why you can't express yourself.
Are you really friends, all of you, to talk like that to each other?
I like it when you express yourself.
Don't touch me! I'm still mad at you.
You're right to
Not
be.
like it's been that easy either, May.
Whatever. That doesn't excuse the way you've been acting.
Normal teenagers worry about bad skin. I don't have that luxury. My father decided to teach me a permanent lesson on my face. So long I thought that if my dad accepted me, I'd be happy. I'm back home now. My dad talks to me. Everything should be perfect, right? I should be happy now.
And you're happy about that,
I'm
Azula?
angrier than ever, and I don't know why.
Who are you angry at?
No one. I'm just angry. No.
Your uncle?
Me? No, 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 no.
Then who?
I'm angry at myself. Because I'm not sure I know the difference between right and wrong anymore.
You're pathetic.
I know one thing I care about. I care about you.
Well, those were wonderful performances, everyone.
Ah! I want to scream.
I could sit here and complain how our mom liked Zuko more than me. But I was a monster. She was right, of course, but it's still...
And now you're destroying that house and that party. Nah. I'm not gonna appreciate this group more because of what we learned about them during this episode. I'm not gonna forgive Zuko for what he did to his uncle because of this episode, because I already knew that he was confused and that he was mad at himself and that he doesn't know what is right and wrong anymore. I already knew that. The story about May, we already knew it, the fact that in her family she had everything that she wanted, but she was bored because her life was boring, you know, she was meant to be just a quiet and polite girl, like I guessed it already, so I'm not surprised by it. What Azula said, the fact that her mother thought that she was a monster and didn't like her daughter enough, and Azula felt it and all, we already knew it also. The more interesting was the part about Ty Lee that I didn't suspect, you know, about her family, about all of her sisters, and the fact that it was hard for her to be someone when all of them were like each other, and the fact also that she didn't want to be married to someone just like that. She said something like that, like she didn't want to be a match set, something like that. So I can understand. So it was interesting to know that. But how they responded to each other, okay, they said true stuff, you know. That was a good moment, you know, of them telling the truth to each other and all. That was a good confrontation moment between all of them. It's revealing their stories, but also their characters, how they are reacting and who they are truly. But it was bad. It was really bad because for me, as friends, you are not talking like that to each other. I mean, you are telling the truth to your friends and you are helping your friends to see the truth, the reality and all. But with that tone of voice, with these words, being so rough and so bad, like, no. It's not like that friends are talking to each other, are supporting each other, are pushing each other to be better and to see the truth, to see the reality. Like, no, it's against everything that I believe in. A lot of things that they did during this episode, this group, I hated it. It's against my way of seeing things and all. Like before that, when they were on the beach, you know, that game, to play it, to be so competitive and all. Of course, we could have expected that coming from them, but they destroyed that game, you know, this place. They can't play anymore, these guys on this beach. Being invited to that party and treating people like that. Zuko was so jealous for no reason and who said this bad stuff also to May, like, I agree with him, but you're not talking like that. Like, you're not talking like that to your friends for the fire scene, you're not talking like that to your girlfriend neither. It's not a good way to talk to people, to consider them. Even if you want to tell them that truth, that reality, you want to support them, to encourage them to be better, to evolve and all, not like that. No, it's excessive, and even more than that, it's abusive to treat people like that. Your friends, your love partners. No. I'm not okay with what happened. You know that I'm not a fan of May, but I'm not hating that character, and even if I'm not for this ship, you know, I'm not supporting this ship, this relationship between these two, I'm not against it. And of course I'm gonna blame Zuko for talking like that to his girlfriend. You're not talking like that to your girlfriend, to someone that you love. And we had a cute moment with these two, I can't remember in which episode, so I was like, okay, more cute moments like that between you two, and I'm gonna be for your relationship. I'm not gonna support it, like I'm not gonna ship you as her, but I can be for it, you know, I can go with it. But you're not helping me with things like that. And for that, I'm blaming Zuko, I'm not blaming Mei, just right there. And really, that fire scene, all of them talking like that to each other. Boh. And Azula, she was glad that they did it, you know, that they told the truth to each other. I think that she did it on purpose, Azula. She wanted that moment to happen, all of them talking like that to each other. But she was glad also to see them being in bad and sad position like that. She was happy to see them sad and to see them... to see Zuko being lost and confessing that he's lost and all. She was glad about that situation, Azula. And it was not for supporting him, to push him to be better or something like that. No, it was just to push him to his limits, to break him. She wants to break him, she wants to break everyone, including her friends, like, this atmosphere that she's printing on everyone, on every situation. She's really spreading this tension, this environment between them, between everyone. Like when she was with that guy, when she flirted with him, that was awkward. But after that, you know, really, her true self came really quick, and really the situation of flirting ended just like that, because she's like that, you know, she can't be just flirting with a guy. It's not possible for her. Again, I know also her reasons, the fact that her mother doesn't like her as much as she loved Zuko, the fact that she had Ozai for a father, Ozai was badly treating Zuko, so she took example on him for that, you know, for treating Zuko like that. The fact that she was also the girl into that family, she was not the true heir and all, so she wanted to prove herself, she needed to be strong, she needed to be cold. I know and I understand all of that, but again, it's reasons and not excuses, you know my rule about that. What is for me, you know, unforgivable, it's the fact that she doesn't regret everything that she did wrong, and more and worst, she's on the contrary glad, you know, happy, satisfied about everything that she's doing wrong. Oh, and about our guys, you know, about Sokka, Katara, Toph and Aang. That guy, I didn't understand the eye situation. I really thought that it was a tattoo, you know, like Aang's tattoo. He can fire things from it. For me, it's coming from firebending. If not, I really don't understand where it's coming from, that power. For me, it's firebending. But he's strong, he's cold, he's clever also. How did he know that this message, you know, was for the Fire Lord, was about the Avatar and all? How did he know? I mean, I think that they are sending messages like that during all of the day for everyone, you know, not just for the Fire Lord. So how did he know? Maybe because it was a special arc, you know, they said something about that, the soldiers. But he had still a lot of chance, you know, to be right there, to find that arc, to that message being about the Avatar and not just, you know, about the war and all. And he found Aang and they fought, and it was hard for Aang to defend himself. He didn't defend himself, you know, really, he made a little game, you know, a little situation to take that opportunity to escape with the group. So we're gonna see him again for sure. I have to learn how to fight him. I think that we need the Avatar state. At least, maybe something else, but at least the Avatar state. It's already the end of the episode 5, so really like 25% of the season, and we still didn't meet the Firebender teacher for Aang. We still didn't have Zuko realizing that what he's doing is wrong and changing his mind, you know, choosing another path. We still have Iroh in jail. I'm beginning to be desperate, you know, we don't have enough episodes to resolve everything. Do we? Because the Avatar State also, it was not something resolved at the end of the last season. I have the impression that we're gonna miss time. I'm not convinced. By the episode was great, but by what we learned about the characters during this episode, it didn't change my mind about them. On the contrary, it made me mad, really mad at Azula, at them as a group, you know, their dynamic, their relationships, how they are treating each other. And it's making me worried, you know, for the future, for this guy who can attack Aang and the group. Mwah! It's not a good episode. It was a good episode, but for what happened during it, for me it was not a good one. I didn't feel it at all like it was Vacations. Not at all. Okay, I'm gonna watch one more episode today, so I need to hurry a little in intro of the next episode and also with this review. So I need to close it right now. So it's all for you for today and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.